Okay, so apparently I actually have to hit the record button to record. We have the Hoffman the Hoffman half, and the Josef Lorenz Luby Stonbach 3/4. So we're going to make that a note right there. That's a 3/4, and this is a half. Now I know that this is a 3/4 because we're going to put the half away. Now the half, I know it's a half because it says so on the inside. The 3/4 is 22 inches overall and 13 inches body. And that's why we know that this is a 3/4. If it was a little bit bigger, it would be considered a 7/8. Now, these are the best. Why did I even have this then? Oh. But I do come up with a really good point. Why am I taking out this for notes? And I'm not going to say no. I'm going to just put it off to the side. But, oh God, is the fretboard loose? No, it's on there. That is so weird. This is a really well-shaped violin, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our two 6-inch steel rulers, and we use 6-inch because if we use a 12-inch, the 12-inch would hit this top knot here and it would be all off skew. Okay. So this is perfectly straight, and that can be, that's a problem, from what I've been told. But alas, I'm not going to worry about that right now, because I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know if it needs to be fixed. I'm just going to shut my mouth and keep on going. So, from here, let's see here, should be the G string, and the G string height is coming up to oh, 25 millimeters. All right. I'm just putting the scroll underneath my chin and holding it, and I'm getting the E, and the E is at 22. Yeah, 22 millimeters. So, yeah. Get that scroll underneath my neck again. The A looks to be about 24, and the D looks to be 26. And that is going to be our measurements. So what you end up doing is you add 5 millimeters on the G and 3.5 to 4 on the E. Now, Oh, you know what? I'm going to do 4 anyway. Now, if you go too high or too low, you're going to warp the sound, because if you go too high, it's going to be really hard on the player's ability to play with the fingers and everything. If you go too low, you get fret scratching on the fretboard with the strings. So, because this is 5 and this is 4, I usually do a 4.5 and a 4.5 additional. So this would be 26, 28.5, 30.5, and 30. So that's our violin measurements there. Now, oddly enough, I've looked into this, and oh gosh, I just shot this thing way over here. Oh, it wouldn't be that bad, but I ended up trying to show off to my kids that I could still do cool stuff or whatever, and we went to a ninja park, and granted, yes, I was able to run up the second highest ramp and climb it. However, I did not stretch beforehand, and I pulled my hamstring. Speaking of strings, that... Oh, man. All right. That appears to be 19. I want to say 19 and a half. But if anything, it would be 19 and a quarter. That can't be right. What am I thinking? How can that be 19? It's 20. It's 24. What? Like, my brain is just, because I'm doing this instead of thinking, I guess. So the A is going to be... $25 and a half. The D string looks like it is 27. And the G string... Oh, I gotta switch hands here and maybe put down the pencil. Just because from where the light is coming from. Looks to be 23. I'm gonna say 23 and a half. I think it goes down to 4.5 now, so that's gonna be 28. This is going to be, I'm going to go 4. So this is going to be 31. This is going to be plus 3.5. And that was 24. So this is going to be 27.5. And this was 25.5, so it is going to be 30. Okay. And that's how we do the measurements there. So let me see here. Where's my box? Okay, there's strings. Where? Oh, come on. Why would it be in my backpack? It shouldn't be in my backpack. Okay, I had a box that had a bag in it, and in this bag was all of my bridges. Like every single bridge. And now I've been gone away from the shop for 2 days. Ah! Here we are. See, all of my bridges. Bridge blanks, 3D printed, what have you. So that's a 4/4. That's supposed to be a 3/4. Funny how they look exactly the same, so it makes me wonder about some things. That should be a 4/4 blank. Which means that's a 4/4 blank. No? Did I get rid of all my 4/4 blanks? That's interesting. Gonna actually have to order more now. I mean, I already ordered 2 more, so I'm good for now, but still. I think this is my blank for the Luby. And I know because I left a few notes on the back. Speaking of, the feet on a violin bridge should only be 4.2 to 4.5, or yeah, 4.5 millimeters. These are a little over 5 millimeters. So we do have the ability to thin this down a bit. Now if I pull this up, you can see 2 little marks here where the bridge originally was, and you can see that these feet and the little areas here line up. And that's why I know that that's a 3/4 bridge. I mean, amongst other things, it's smaller than the 4/4, for instance. Okay. Now, first off, before we measure anything, we need to look at the feet. Because we have to measure where the feet are from the actual base of the violin. However, this violin feet are not up, they're not at the level that they're supposed to be at. Now this is the problem that I keep seeming to have. Alright. Yes. Alright. Sounds like somebody came too close to the house. Now, I know you're probably like, no, whatever you're doing to that violin. It's got a soft back. It's not going to scratch anything. So don't worry too much. Now, because the sandpaper can conform to the face of the violin, and if I keep doing this, the bridge feet will conform to the sandpaper, and you don't want to go because it changes. Just do little bits right here. Realistically, I think this would be better just one way. And the reason is because you don't end up wobbling it while you're moving it. It does take longer though, which can be infuriating. So it's kind of a, do you value doing a good job or your mental health? Just gonna have to tell yourself to hold your horses a little bit on the mental health thing. Because when you accomplish the task, you will feel good about yourself. Alright, a little bit more. I think we could do a little bit more. Whoever came here either had another idea or they were just walking past the house. See, what I don't like is that little gap at the toe here. Pardon me. I think I sucked up a little bit of sawdust. So right here, I think this is actually the ankle. And it's still just a little bit off the wood of the face, and I don't know how much I like that. I know how much I like it. I like it absolutely zero. And you'll eventually get there. I do worry that I seem to be putting a lot of force on one side and not the other. Either that or one side's already there and one side isn't. Alright, that's nice. So we can go with our measurements now. So let's see here. This was going to be... Oh my gosh. Alright, so this is going to be 26. This was going to be 28 and a half. This was going to be 30 and a half. And this one was going to be 30. All right, so this is 41 and a half. Usually on a 4/4 it would be 11 millimeters. But I don't think we have that luxury. All right. There's our 3/4. Oh. I hate to say this, but if I'm not recording... Oh, what am I doing? I know better than this. Okay. Now, I would like to know where my other glove is. Oh, okay. I do have it. I was going to say, but I do have my most important glove, right? Cut-resistant gloves, always a good idea. Especially with chisels. Now, most violin makers use carving knives. I use the chisel because that is what I have. Would I like carving knives? Sure. Christmas isn't too far off. I was never much of a woodworker as a kid. I always was in computers and metals. I loved metal shop, manufacturing things and stuff. But it was mostly because my brother was always wood. I figured, well, he's got wood covered. I'll go take care of everything else. And I don't know, it just kind of happened. I think I got into my kids' Pinewood Derby stuff and got really, really creative with it. And, ooh. Gotta watch that. Almost took too much off with a big bite there. The wood just split the wrong way. I'm actually coming really close. Last time I did not come this close with the chisel. So either I'm just feeling much more comfortable with it, or I'm just impatient. I don't know. I don't know. I do have to consolidate my inventory and my shop area. I'm taking up a little bit too much of the basement, and I don't really like it. And it is a mutual. It's not just my wife, okay? It's not. I know what everybody's thinking. Oh, his wife is the one who's really complaining. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she is, but that's not what it is. It's actually me, because I can never. I mean, you just saw me with the bridges. I can't find anything. So I'm actually looking at creating a real shop. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm sorry, I got it in my eye. I'm going to do this because I often will sit there and switch sides. Oh, is this the tapered side? Is this the... And I get all confused. So I'm just going to make a little happy mark here because I am going to take some off. Now if you... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's no longer... That is no longer going to sit on the flat surface of the table anymore. That is... Yeah, are those two rounded? No, that is meant to sit on the violin now. But as you can see here, now it's time to take some off of the front and back. Now we've got all of our back stuff off. Could I do this on the electric? Yes. Would it take more time or take less time? Yes. But I have found that this is the better way because you end up taking too much off of one side and now one side isn't tapered and the other one is. I don't know why on earth my bridges come so big, but they do. I also need to get some E-string protectors. Now let's check out those feet real quick. Remember, it's supposed to be 4.2 to 4.5. Looks like we're at 4.5 just about now. And what I'm taking off, I'm really taking off the front tapered side. Because if I take off on the back, I'm going to shrink the size of the foot way faster. But I'm trying to get this part narrower. Even though, realistically, you can play on that. That is coming out as just an absolutely beautiful bridge. And I'm getting a bit of a manicure. Now, this is how thick this bridge is that somebody else, hopefully professional, made. And it doesn't look like it's too much wider. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about myself right now. And the thing is that like when I first made a violin bridge, it took me forever. It took me forever because I didn't think about measuring to the, the second ruler first and then putting, doing the math and putting it on the bridge afterwards. I kept sitting there trying to hold the bridge and go like this and make a mark on the bridge. And I just, oh man. Agony. Because I had, and I mentioned this in my other video, making a bridge. I donated a violin that I just was like, I didn't want to go through the steps of having to buy a new tailpiece for it and everything else. And I think an end pin. And the orchestra teacher that I was talking to had an end pin and a tail for a half-sized violin, and I just donated it. And while we were talking, she told me about how bad violin bridge making, like, oh, do you do violin bridge making? Do you make your own bridges? And I'm like, I'm sure I can. And she's like, oh, not me. I can't. I'm not going to even. Oh, it's such a pain. Really? Oh, wow. Now I get it. Now I get it. All right, I just want to make sure that I'm still in the 4.5 range here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in the 4.5. So I'm coming to the point here. All right, so there we go. We have a 3/4 violin bridge, amazingly enough. Okay. My only thing now is, I don't have my phone. Oh, I'm recording with it. Duh. And I didn't grab the other one. And my laptop's way over there. I need to find out the measure. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Hamstring issues, you know. Let's see here. Okay. Where on earth is Siri? How come everybody else gets an iPad and gets Siri and I'm just like, all right. I'm just going to do visual layout, recorder, bridge. Carving a violin bridge. Yeah, long-handed chisel. Yeah, okay, great. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes. I don't know what on earth they are doing with their violin bridge, but okay. Okay, so I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go. I'm just going to admit that now because I am... Where was that? Ah, there it is. Ah, that's a 4/4 also. Come on, AI mode. Yes, I get that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop goofing around with all of this because these guys are irritating me to no end. So we have 42 millimeters, which means that 21 is going to be the center. This is what I'm saying. I got to clean everything up. There's my pencil. All right. So if this is center and we have to go 11, that means that we need to go 5.5 to either side. And then we need to go 11 millimeters out from there. Most people, well, it seems like a lot of people, I should say, will take a file and file this in. And indeed, I probably could get away with that. I probably should do that. I am, after all, selling these violins. But I also know that I can technically do that later, and that cutting them just a little bit isn't really going to hurt them in any major way. Okay. No, this is not the correct material. Yes, I do know that. No, I don't know if I care that much right now. Because I just want to try it. Do I have my violin tuner app on here? Probably not. No. All right. So while that is installing, that's the half. You know what's fun? I have no idea where all the attachments are for this. I am ill prepared, and if you've noticed, this has not been cut at all. Oh man. All I can say is, like, I'm actually really proud of this, because this really looks like a good violin bridge. I will say, though, get rid of that pencil mark. Okay. So here I have a tail. Oh man. Ow. Okay. I just turned on a video game system, it seems. Oh. Just use my Japanese pull saw to grab a bag that had tail pins in it. Doesn't it always seem like somebody actually knows what they're doing when they remember to wear gloves? It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, that guy's wearing gloves. He must know what he's doing. My father-in-law would always say, all you have to do really is show up and do your job, and you'll never get fired. Well, first off, that wasn't actually true for me. There just wasn't any work left for me to do. Oh, shoot. Wrong violin. This one does have violin strings. Just gonna get all these wood chips off. Put this soft thing on so I don't scratch up the face of the violin with the tail. That seems to not want to go in here. Wow. Wow, okay. That must be for a much smaller, narrower violin. This can't be it. All right. I need a pen. I don't need a pen. What's going on here? Here's the pin. Yes, I will acknowledge that I could have just adjusted the tail gut. You are absolutely correct. You could be correct about many, many things. However, for the time being, I just want to get this done. All right, so that's halves. I'm gonna finish up this set of violin strings. Please remember not to judge too much, because my job is to get a violin playable. And as you will probably break violin strings here and there, my job is not to make sure that you don't by buying excessively expensive strings. Will this violin necessarily sell with these strings? Probably not. So why not just put good strings on in the first place, David? That's a very good point, actually. I have some nicer strings. Where did you go? Where did you go? Copper nickel alloy wound. King Lion violin strings. Oh, that's a full set. Okay, cool. Looks like the exact same packaging, but with spiffier and textured parchment. It's basically the same thing. All right. let's go into violin strings or violin strings. Of course. Someone's probably going to sit there and go, no, you're supposed to do a different string first. And I'm going to be like, cool, thanks for letting me know. Unless you're lying because I just said what I did. How in the... Did you just popped out again? All right. No, you're supposed to do a certain order. I am not going to look that up right now. I'll look it up later. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that I'm not interested. It's more just that I'm making a video now, and I'm going to publicly address currently that I don't actually know. Just so you can see what I'm doing. So you can yell at me. Come on, get that out a little bit. Oh, that's nice. There are 4 holes. So you have the option of keeping it off to one side or the other. I don't know if I have pegs that commonly have that little feature. I will say for pegs that are almost all the way pulled out, I mean, this thing is pretty well pulled out. I am shocked at how it is still so stiff. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No. Oh, cool. Okay. Yes. How sharp are your... Are you serious? I didn't even need to open these? Or slice them open? Man. All right. A string. You know, I'm getting to know so much about how to fix these things. At some point, I should really learn how to play one. Didn't even need to slice the first 2 open. I feel like that's such a waste. Goodness. I'm in the basement and I am like stifling. It is an odd September. Where are you, my pet? There you are. Oh, I'm trapped. Okay. So they are all wound And all I have to do is find the bridge that I just carved. That can't be it. That's it. I mean, I guess. Oh, that's a half. Wow. Now, if I did this backwards, I'm going to be really upset. Oh no, the E is supposed to be on the other side. I didn't. I got it right. That was annoying. Almost as annoying as me playing. Oh, that's not tuned. I am not good without fine tuners. I have a friend who's amazing. Oh, that ain't it. Yeah, so I'm going to put a different... I'm going to put a different tail on this. But for now, it's really neat. Because the pegs on this thing are so good. Okay. Oh, that's... See what I'm saying? I am not good without fine tuners. So... Not bad for a guy with gloves on his hand. But that is a done violin. Time to put it on the market. And I'm just over an hour. I feel like I'm going to have to do the... I'm going to have to do the half violin on another video. I could do it in another one in an hour and a half, or you know, but I feel like if I do it now, it's just going to be like, what are you doing? This is the, what is this again? My memory shot that much. I need to sleep more. This is the Frank Hoffman. This is the, and it's a half. But it has such a large footing that I don't know what's going on with this. Because here's the feet marks. Here's a half bridge. The feet marks are way bigger than the half bridge, which makes me wonder if somebody, I mean, you would almost have to sell it I mean, look how worn in those are. And yet, where's my other 3/4? Here's another half. Here's a 1/4. Where's my other 3/4 that I still had available? That's my other 3/4. And I'll say it fits perfectly, but it's still the wrong size. Because this is a half, it needs a half-size bridge. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to have to do some research on this.